Hello there YouTube, I'm Derek.
I'm Mitchell.
And today we're going to take on the Marvel Legends Monster Venom Wave. So here's a shot of everybody out of the package. Looking pretty good. And behind them we got the pieces of the Build-A-Figure. So first up here, we figured we'd start with the one that started it all. Here's the regular Venom. It's actually a pretty, I like the figure a lot, but I'm actually a big fan of Venom.
I'm really excited about it. I don't know too much about figures and action figures and things. I'm more of just a comic book nerd. I'm just kind of reading the books and kind of getting information, but like I said, it's got some pretty good flexibility from what I can tell. More than what I've usually seen in other figures and things like that. This is the Marvel Legends too. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but as for me, it seems like it's pretty good. I'd give it maybe a 8 out of 10.
Masked Eddie Brock head. If I can get my camera to focus. It looks a little big on the figure itself, in my opinion. I don't know, it just doesn't look quite as right on the figure. But yeah.
Alright, next we have Carnage, the man with a plan, and that plan is murder. Today, like you said, Cletus Cassidy. It did come with an additional head sculpt, as well as some additional hands and things like additional head sculpt with some additional hands and things for him. The head sculpt seems pretty great and pretty accurate from what I've seen of all the head sculpts and the cartoons and comics that I've seen of Cletus Cassidy. It's pretty cool from what I've seen. It's got some great flexibility with this one as well. Came with a couple more appendages than most of the rest of them, but I guess it's him. Of course, my favorite still, he does have the scythe here with it, which is one of my absolute favorite things. Get a little closer there, you can kind of see the head sculpt. The head sculpt's pretty good. It does looks proportioned to the body, but I don't know, it seems a little off to me. But I like it. Still a great figure. Love the character. So,
of course, we have him,
and of course we have the alternate head sculpt as well. I'm gonna put that on there now.
I personally think it looks a little bit better than the Venom alternate head sculpt.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an improvement over the Venom head sculpt. The head sculpt itself, and also the Eddie Brock head sculpt we have for it. I guess this fits better, more streamlined, fits the body better.
Okay, so next up we have Marvel's Poison. I don't know exactly a lot about the character. I know it's some form of Peter Parker after he was taken over by some sort of entity they called a poison. But I really actually like the figure. It's got the same basic articulation as most other Marvel Legends figures, because as we all know in the collecting world, they use a lot of the same bodies over and over again. But he's got a couple little nice little thorns and looking things right here, almost like some spikes. He's ready to throw it down. And then of course he's got these tendrils coming out of his spider symbol, which is pretty cool. All in all, it's a pretty solid figure. It's kind of weird for Marvel Legends. It doesn't have the hole in the back to put anything else on, so you can't throw any like the Venom tendrils on it or anything like that. But all in all, pretty good figure. I like it pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, basically he said everything I want to say with it. I don't know too much about the character. I'm definitely interested in finding more about it, and I'll definitely do some more research tonight. Like I said, I'm a fan of the overall build and overall aesthetic of the character. I'm kind of a fan of the all white with the whole black symbol with the silver inlay. He said the articulations seems about just normal. There's nothing too crazy special about it. Like I said, I'm just a big fan of what the character seems to be overall. I'll do a little more research to look into it, and hopefully it's...
Alright guys, so to keep things in the symbiote family, we're going to go next to Scream. Now Scream, I know she is one of the children of Venom that was forced out of him by the Life Foundation. I've actually got Lasher up on my shelf behind us. He's a pretty cool figure. But overall, she's your standard affair when it comes to Marvel Legends and female characters. You're not going to get an ab crunch. You're going to get an upper body swivel. No double jointed elbows, but you will get a double jointed knee, so you can get a pretty good bend out of that for dynamic poses, like flying through the air, attacking and stuff. She's got some really gnarly looking hands. She's got the same symbiote hands that Carnage comes with too. But I mean, all in all, it's pretty much just a standard Marvel Legends female figure.
Yeah, so far, like you said, it's your basic female Marvel Legends figure. Like I said, I don't know too much about the character herself anyway. I know her host is Donna Diego. She was a security guard for the Life Foundation. Like I said, besides that, she has a piece of the Venom symbiote, or one of his children. Like I said, and she's pretty violent in this one. I mean, of course, most of them are, but she's kind of up there, close to Carnage level aggression. But so what I'm saying, the figure's great. It's a great character from I've read in some of the comics and things like that. So yeah, I'll give this one a solid about 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Alright, so guys, up next we are going to go with Spider-Ham. Now, Spider-Ham's not a character I'm really crazy about in this wave.
I'm going to interrupt and say he's the best character we've had.
Well, I'm not going to say he's a bad character. I'm just saying I feel kind of weird paying $20-some for a figure this tall.
I get that.
He's got a little bit of articulation. His legs, he's got just a foot swivel on both sides, and then he's got rotation at his hips, and then you got arm swivel up and down, wrist swivel, and then he's got single jointed elbows. So you're not going to get a crazy amount of poses out of him, but I will say with the lack of articulation, you're not going to have to worry about him falling over.
Yeah.
But he also comes with a, I believe the name of the character is Pork Grinder Head. Pretty nifty little head. I'm actually thinking about taking this and putting it onto the Venom body. I figured it'd look pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, overall, I know it's been a character that's been requested for a long time, and like I said, not a bad figure overall, but instead it kind of feels like you're getting gypped getting such a small character. Alright, so next up for you guys, we've got Typhoid Mary. Now, I absolutely know nothing about this character except for apparently she has 3 different personalities, and this is one of them. She does apparently have the ability to set things on fire, which, as you can see with the flame effect on her sword, which is actually pretty cool. It just slips off the sword. So if you wanted to have her without a flaming sword, you just slip it right off. But all in all, pretty cool little figure. And like I said, she's your typical flair for Marvel Legends female body. The jacket does get in the way of some of her posability up front. These shoulder pads, they stop her from getting too far up. But I mean, overall, just standard female figure from Marvel. But next up, we'll have the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure, which is the whole reason I got this wave, was just to get the one figure. But we'll get that built here in a minute and have it up for you on camera. Alright guys, here you go. We have the Monster Venom figure fully built. Oh no, it's pretty good for a Build-A-Figure. I mean, I'm pretty easy to please with a Build-A-Figure. As long as it's something massive and takes up a lot of space, I'm pretty cool with it. But if it's a regular size character, I'm not a big fan of Build-A-Figures. But this guy satiates my need for having a gigantic figure.
He likes really big black things.
And just for a comparison, here is a regular size Spider-Man. It's nicknamed Pizza Spider-Man, but he's pretty small compared to Monster Venom. Definitely has to look up at him so it looks right for that kind of situation right there. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So you guys, that is the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends. Y'all have a nice night.